to see what's going on here. Now, my script says the first scene is a wide shot taken from the balcony. You can do that later. You're going to do the shots that we're going to do on the floor. So we go on to the next one. Mid-shot of giraffe, showing the whole piece of machinery with the white casing and adjoining green piping in the centre. So I'm going to go to Paul, and I'm going to tap him on the shoulder. It's all sign language. Great for us, because we don't all speak each other's languages. I'm going to tap him on the shoulder. You can't hear anything, and I'm just going to say like that. So Paul stands back, and I can stand here, switch on, and film. And I'm looking for my shot. There we go.
You may or may not want the safety operator in shot.
Well, yeah, I'm happy for you to be in shot. That's
okay. Very often that will be an issue. You don't want people who aren't relevant to the story in shot. No, what are those legs doing there? Very often, I'll show you some of this later, if you're going to tell a story, you want the bits in the picture to be about the story.
And the way you would deal with that is that during this sort of rehearsal, which is what you would do, you would be asking the safety guy if he would be pleased to get out of the shot. And he might say, no.
Now, what?
There is can I interrupt? There's a funny little story. You know what I'm going to tell, don't you? With Jim and I filming abroad. With Jim and I filming abroad, you can often see I've set up the shot, and you see a man in a yellow coat, and he's going, and the other end, I'm going, get out of the shot, and then Jim disappears. And the hallmark of our material always started with Jim in his yellow coat in shot when we got him out. But on the bikini, sorry? Oh, the bikini. Yes, that's against me. We filmed some operators in the control room of a radiological and nuclear waste disposal operation, and on his computer, the screensaver on the computer on his desk was a lady in a bikini. And I didn't notice this until we got it back and we showed it to our clients at the IAEA, and they said, "You're not having ladies in bikinis in our films."
But so there is a point to this story, because the lady in the bikini was not part of the story.
Was not part of the
It was
story.
there for a distraction. There are loads of amateur pictures that you see. Someone's taken a photograph, and there is something within that, a beer can, something like that, which says, "I'm part of another story." And it's very confusing. And a good story, what's in the shot is about the story. If you've got my legs, and it will be only my legs, what's that guy doing there? What are the legs doing? And why are the legs cut off? I need to be out of the shot. Otherwise, it's confusing. I don't know what story is being told. Is it a story about Dinesh on his first visit to Europe? Or is it a story about a man who's had his legs cut off? I don't know.
And there's another point which can be very serious if you get it wrong. And that is if you film something that isn't particularly safe. If you have an opera, and we've had this in the past, where maybe one of the disposal team, the dismantling team, is not wearing eye protectors, for instance. You cannot put that in your film if he's not in the room. And it may be that the man we're focusing on here is correctly attired with his caps, his helmet, his protecting goggles, his suit. But in the background, we're always picking on Dinesh here. He's in a doorway having a fag. That will not.
Now that's terrorist.
That's terrorist. That will not go in the film. You have to look what is in the shot that is not suitable, either in the way that Jim has described, because it's a distraction from the story, or what is in there that will be deemed incorrect procedure or bad safety measures.
As you know, your industry is very, very hot on that. And there's something relevant to that in particular for this afternoon. When you go up the stairs to the holding area, above the scene that we're going to film, you've got to hold on to the rail
particularly once you're in your protective suits, you've got things over your feet. Do not go up or down any stairway without holding on. You must hold on. Even if you think it's or you want to do a little dance, hold on.
Also,
Right.
the cables that are across the floor in some places, because you're wearing booties, and it's very easy to trip. And, so you have to be very much aware of your space.
Looking around, and I'm going to demonstrate that. Paul, you get into shot here. We'll come back to how we're going to do this. So I'm waiting in the safety area.
Okay. Now it's very noisy here. You can't hear anything at all. So,
I'm coming on here. I'm looking where I'm walking. I'm looking about me. I'm in a position to film. Now, I look at Paul and I go like this. He knows what we're doing, so he stands back. I can see the casing cover. I can see the pipe. I've got everything in shot here. Well, I would have if I had the lens back on again.
do what we say, not what we do.
That wasn't true. That wasn't deliberate. We're trying to get in focus here. Now, I can see in my... I'm sorry you can't see this, but I can see the casing, I can see the tube, and I can see the machine. In practice, I want to be a little further back. No, too close now. If I was this distance, now I've got the shot I want. I'm looking at my script, I'm saying, and it says mid-shot of giraffe, showing the whole piece of machinery with the white casing and adjoining green piping in the centre. That's it. If I move like that, I can see it all. I press my button. Now, this is a point. We are not taking still photographs. We're taking moving. What does that mean? What are you thinking? There's some other thing. It's not just frame and click, is it? A shot, a video shot, has a length. You're going to stand here for 10 seconds and you're going to count. Because if you've got commentary to fit with this, your shot needs to be long enough. So it's not dancing around, click, dance around again, click. We're not going to do that. We're going to stand and be patient. And I tell you, this is difficult. We have the clock ticking on you the whole time. Be patient. And the way to do it, press the record button and to yourself count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Now that's 10 seconds. Now most of you can see it because you've got a counter running, haven't you? So you can watch the counter, or you can count. But 10 seconds is quite a long time when you're in a hurry.
Okay, so he's holding that shot, he's got that shot, he's holding that shot for 10 seconds, yeah? And the other thing he's doing, picking up what Richard said this morning, is he's holding it absolutely steady. Yes, he's holding something steady for 10 seconds. He's noisy, he's looking at you, he's in a hurry. In the real world, he will want to get on. That's the challenge. Very noisy. You've got to hold it steady. You've got to hold that shot for 10 seconds. It's quite physically challenging. It's quite hard work.
I did it wrong actually because I told you earlier on.
You've got some support there, Richard, though, haven't you?
I could lean against the wall, and that actually is quite comfortable and quite rock steady. It's all right to lean against the wall if you're a cameraman. You know, right, before
Okay, so
you
you've got your
move,
big shot.
I've got my shot. What are we going to do next? Look at the script. The script says the dismantling operative in